One of the best ways to be successful in life is to get positive reinforcement. And what's positive reinforcement? To me, positive reinforcement is when you do something and you do it okay, or if you do it very well, or if you just do it and you've accomplished the task. What you need is someone to say, hey, good job, attaboy. It's called an attaboy, positive reinforcement. Now, a lot of times in this life, from the time you're growing up, all the way up through your teenage years, through your school years, through your early adulthood, through your early jobs, through your different relationships, through up to the times you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, a lot of times in this life, there's no one there to give you the attaboy. There's no one there to pat you on the back. There's no one there that cares enough to give you positive reinforcement. Sometimes we have to make our own positive reinforcement. And that, I know it sounds weird, but you ever hear the guy says, hey, excuse me while I pat myself on the back, I just did something good. In a way, there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of times in this life when you do something and you need some positive reinforcement and there's no one there to give it for you. Now, in the perfect world, we all have this wonderful mentor that we can go to and say, mentor, I did this, that, and I did the best I could, and I just wanted to let you know. Oh, son, you did very, very good. Here's some positive reinforcement. Now go on and continue in a positive way and be very successful. I don't think many of us have had that conversation. I don't think that conversation exists for a lot of us. Now, through our lives, hopefully some of us have had a parent or a teacher or a neighbor or a coach tell us we did something well. And think about how that felt. It felt very good, didn't it? It gave you the confidence, the self-confidence to continue to try to do things, to put yourself out there to try to succeed. Even if you knew that failure could be around there, positive reinforcement isn't always when you succeed, and sometimes it's seldom when you succeed. Positive reinforcement is someone saying, hey, it's okay to fall flat on your face because I believe in you, and you need to believe in yourself, and you can go on to the next level. You know, I talk about my dad a lot on this website, and my dad was very much a human being, which means that he had a lot of faults, but he did a lot of things well. And since he died young, and there's a whole lot about my dad I talk about in About Mike in my bio, where my dad did a lot of things that he shouldn't have done, and he ended up dying at age 56. And sometimes that overshadows all the things that he did do. And one of the things that he did is he taught me self-motivation, and he taught me to believe in myself. And he gave me positive reinforcement. But even when he wasn't around, by teaching me self-motivation, he gave me something that was even better than getting positive reinforcement from someone else. He told me how, by believing in myself, that I can get that without the use of someone else, without the need for someone else. Ideally, we want that mentor. We want that teacher. We want that coach to say, you did good, now keep doing it. You don't want someone to just cave in. You want someone to be tough but fair and encouraging to go on. Positive reinforcement. But like I said, a lot of times that person is not there. You have to get it from within. Spiritually, intellectually. Feel it. Believe in yourself. Think about all the things that you want to accomplish. All the hard work you put in there. And even if people aren't saying you're doing okay, you have to believe that you're doing it. And if you're someone who really needs someone to tell you you're doing okay, put yourself in situations where you're going to get that positive reinforcement. If that's what you need. If that's what you really need. But I'm here to tell you, you can get that from yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to start small. Do something. Put in the hours, put in the effort, and then achieve it. Something small, just to show that you can do it. And without anyone around to give you that pat on the back, to give you that attaboy, to give you that positive reinforcement, say to yourself, hey, I did that. Hey, you did a good job. Congratulations, me. High five myself. Do it. Give yourself a break. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard and we don't give ourselves a break. When I used to play a lot of golf, and you see this, and here's Mike with another golf analogy, but golf's a great analogy. I used to be so hard on myself. I was so mean to myself when I would play. I would take a shot, make a good shot, I'd be okay. Then I'd hit a shot, and it would go kablooey, and I would lambaste myself. What is wrong, you big piece of what the... Now, I've never, ever spoken to someone else that way in a sporting event. Now, in times of trauma, I might have raised my voice with other people a few times. But never when I was a coach. I used to coach basketball for kids, and I've mentored people. I've never said, "What is wrong with you? That's the worst golf course I've ever seen. Golf shot I've ever seen." But I did that to myself when I would play golf. And you see some of the golfers out there, they beat each other, they beat themselves up. Well, don't. Don't beat yourself up. Cut yourself some slack once in a while and give yourself some positive reinforcement. Because most of the time there's not that mentor there, that magical mentor, that Yoda, that man on the mountain with the big beard going, "Oh, you've come to me, I will tell you everything." You know, that person can exist in your mind. Do things for yourself. Do things for others, of course, but things that you need to get accomplished. Work hard, set your own goals, and give yourself your own positive reinforcement. It'll take you a long way. It'll take you to the next level. It'll take you to a point where eventually you don't need that reinforcement for anyone else. And you've built what? Self-confidence. And that's what this whole tape is all about. Think about it. Peace.